I just want to say that while sitting here, I remember that performance with John Holt and the Live Wire band who is from Utrecht at some fest, you know. And when they finished, John turned to me and said, "Oh, where them Utah come from? Oh, them so bad." Live Wire, big up. John always remember you.
Any parting words from me with only a few minutes remaining?
Yes, I just want to, one of my proudest moments was John, when the Temptations opened for John Holt in Bristol, England. I was very proud of that moment.
They opened for John.
They opened for John Holt.
A sight for God.
And they were on track. So when John came in the band and the horn section, it was so tremendous.
And Muta here teasing Copeland.
Yeah, I thank you all for having me, and this is a great moment. It gave me an opportunity to talk about one of my great friends and one of my artists, and to hear two of my other great friends on the line giving tribute and paying respect to Brother John Holt. May his soul rest in peace. Yes. And just want to let the people of Jamaica know that funeral announcement will be made short. I heard the body which should be coming to Jamaica next Wednesday. That's what I heard. But it will be made shortly and announced. A lot of people are asking what's the plans and arrangements.
Okay, so he'll be laid to rest at home in Jamaica.
Yes, in Jamaica.
Good.
I must say to all the family and friends of John Holt, condolences and stay strong.
Listening to your radio, touching hands on your stereo, yeah. Mutabaruka leads the way, so just you let the station play, yeah. Say your teachings got to hold on me, yeah. Well, this is Kimani and listening to, Mutabaruka. IRFM, Cutting Edge. Whoa!
Teach these truths to your children. Teach your children that they need nothing exterior to themselves to be happy. No person, place, or thing. And that true happiness is found within. Teach them that they are sufficient unto themselves. Teach them this and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that failure is a fiction, that every trying is a success, and that every effort is what achieves the victory. The first, no less honorable than the last. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they are deeply connected to all of life, that they are one with all people, and that they are never separate from God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they live in a world of magnificent abundance, that there is enough for everyone, and that it is in sharing the most, not in gathering the most is received. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there is nothing that they are required to be or to do to be eligible for a life of dignity and fulfillment, that they need not compete with anyone for anything, and that God's blessings are meant for everyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly.
Teach your children that they will never be judged, that they need not worry about always getting it right, and that they do not have to change anything or get better to be seen as perfect and beautiful in the eyes of God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that consequences and punishment are not the same thing, that death does not exist, and that God would never condemn anyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there are no conditions to love, that they need not worry about ever losing your love or God's, and that their own love, unconditionally shared, is the greatest gift they can give to the world. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that being special does not mean being better, that claiming superiority over someone is not seeing them for who they really are, and that there is great healing in acknowledging mine is not a better way, mine is merely another way. illusion of ignorance can be eradicated from the earth, and that all anyone really needs is to be given back to themselves by being reminded of who they really are. Teach them this, and you will have taught them greatly. Teach these things not with your words, but with your actions, not with discussion, but with demonstration. For it is not what you do that your children will emulate, but how you are that they will become.
With Mutabaruka, we are listening to our own beds. You know here, continent, the end, the end. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Police in helicopter, I search the marijuana. Policemen in the street.
You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Police in helicopter, I search the marijuana. Policemen in the street, searching for Cali weed. Soldiers in the field, burning the Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. Soldier in the herb field, burning the Cali weed. Police in helicopter, I search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs,
good night. This is the Cutting Edge, and I FM there with you. Yeah, may I tell you, John Holt, for a man who sings so much love songs, for sing one of the most revolutionary songs in a reggae music. Believe you me, this is one of the most dynamic, most revolutionary, at least one of the most dynamic and one of the most revolutionary songs any Jamaican artist sing. And to think that is a man who hardly sing them kind of song there. Believe you me. Don't know where that part of the inspiration they come from to do that one here, but a John Holt we start with, you know. Yes, a John Holt we start with, and we have an exciting program here in the night, you know. Believe you me. Yes. So here we go again.
yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Police in helicopter, I search the marijuana. Policemen in the street, searching for Cali weed. Soldiers in the field, burning the Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. Soldier in the herb field, burning the Cali weed. Police in helicopter, I search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane field. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane field. Police in helicopter, I search for marijuana.
Yeah, so we see the man them get over them chick V thing and start the killing again. Yes. It's like there was a lull. It's like there was a lull in the whole killing thing, and now we see the killing field start again. The man them get over the chick V thing, me I tell you.
Continue to burn up the herbs. We gonna burn down the cane fields. We don't trouble your banana. We don't trouble your corn. We don't trouble your pimento. We don't trouble you at all. So if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. Police in helicopter, a search for marijuana. Policemen in the street, searching for Cali weed. Policemen in the fields, burning the Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. Come along and dig my song. Too much wagonist, too much antagonist. Wolf and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherds, yeah, yeah. Wolf and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherds, yeah, yeah. Too much informers, too much steel bearers, too much informers, too much steel bearers. Time to separate the sheep from the wolf. We're at the crossroads, and this is the time of decision. Too much watch and feed. It's time the wolf them leave the sheep. Too much watch and feed. It's time the wolf them leave the sheep. Wolf and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherds, yeah, yeah. Wolf and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherd, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, wolf and leopards. Too much wagonist, too much antagonist. Wolf and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherds, yeah, yeah. Wolf and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherds, yeah, yeah. Too much informers, too much steel bearers, too much informers, too much steel bearers. Time to separate the sheep. When I used to go to school, you know they taught me the golden rule. They say.
listening to Mutabaruka. Always smoking. Lyrics by Mutabaruka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
I look at the face of the clock on the wall, and it doesn't tell me nothing at all. The face of the clock.
Yes. Sir John Holt, big artist, pass away. You know, the weirdest thing is Sunday night, we have played down on West Street there, and Lanzo turned to me and say, him whisper to me and say, you know, some years say John Holt pass. And I say, hey. But true now, we did done hear that already. And we know say John Holt and Lazarus. Me have to go figure out in myself if I really so it goes. So me I tell him say, me don't really want to say nothing on no microphone. The hundreds of people them in front of me, if you go say that I did tomorrow morning, me go hear say no go so. Because it did happen already with some other people. So it's call me a call. My boy I saw now with they saw. And can't get him. So me I say, Copeland is not a man when me usually call and I get him. Look like in Ghana foreign. I'm Ghana back road. I can't tell the daughter say, you know which part he did the other night? Copeland, he'll freak out a while ago when the daughter say, you know which part he did the last night, man. So we don't know if a back road Copeland is. A back road is there. You don't remember if a back road is there. Copeland said, no, know if Copeland said, no, remember if a back road is there. So you could have did a back road then. Hear him now, no. Hear him now. Anyway, we're not going out about when you're back road. Hey, go on, man. Anyway, every job you can do a back road, the back road, even if you never go there yet. Anyway, hear me, I said, oh, we call Copeland and we don't get Copeland. Me call IRFM now and the operator tell me, say, somebody call and say it to me, say, nobody who somebody who call and say it, you know. Somebody call Babandi, you know, and Babandi now answer his phone. So me say, why, me don't really want to say it. But if Lanzo no come on the microphone and say, look here, I have a news for good, you know, where is it true? Appear soul tune Lanzo can play there in a film liquor section, appear soul tune, so, you know, everybody hug up tight. Here though, I have a news for good, you know, but you look so nice out there, I go tell you, you know. And me, I don't want to get bad news, you know. Anyway, when me call, a horseman, me call now. Horseman say, yeah, true. So me say, all right. Me can't take it from horseman. Yeah, right, no. Me take it from Lanzo, me can't take it from horseman. So a two-man say it, and so a long after now, place cock like a what? And we start playing now, and me say, well, I'm going to play a tune here, so now, you know, and it's the man next to I go play him just passed about 2 hours ago. I believe you me. You saw me start playing the truth. Me see some woman hold on the step. Them did that dance, you know. Me see some woman hold on the step and bend down on the step, and me see 2 women, specifically 2 women a ball, you know. Yeah, man. Me see 2 women. Them head hang down, them hold on the step and hang down so, and start ball. Cause when she get up, me see she a wipe her high and this and that, and someone, one just, well, if I want to do that dance still, but you have some ones in there who look like them take it really serious. You understand? And go and go sit down now and, but yeah, it weird because, as I said the last time I see him, in a Holland there, you know, me know say, boy, something wrong. Anyway, click it. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on RFM. You know, say, well, for those of you never in a stayed in an arena, Sunday was a wonderful day. Why you love Cabo, you know? Yes, Cabo. Me like the program with Cabo, you know. Me and her match away, you know. Yeah, man, me and her match, man. Me glad to say she my boss and me work on her. You know what I mean? Me glad to say. Because some people don't like when woman are them boss, you know. You have some man who are very chauvinistic that way, you know. Them not like when woman are them boss. And you have some man who like when them women are make more money than them need that. Them feel insecure, you know them way there. But me and Cabo are alright, you know them way there? Yeah, so Cabo, I will continue to work under you, especially like how your office up on top of me and so. See, direct, yeah, our office directly over me there, you know. So, me love that. So, here me I say now, Sunday was sweet. For those of you who wasn't there. Well, it's a true name, Cutting Edge, and a whole heap of people are remind me, say, Muta, are you introduced me to the man there, you know? I mean, at the 90s, we get some email, and man say, boy, but Muta, you remember when you used to play a whole heap of Farrakhan, and me I tell you, say, me know you down a Mobile. When the radio station is down a Mobile, he might listen to Cutting Edge and feel say him could have do the same thing and go play Farrakhan down a Mobile. Them just fire him. Because you know them say a tourist area that and them days the Farrakhan a fire. So when you play a Farrakhan on the radio, you know say it is not recommended for, it is rated T. RRT. No recommendation for tourists, that's all, you understand? But, yes, so here we know, we're going to play the speech where Farrakhan get in the arena Sunday. Yes. I don't know if we can play the whole night tonight, but if we can, we might just play some tonight and some next week. Force you to listen next week. So we want you call up all of your friends them and tell them all who never in the arena, say the Cutting Edge are going to present the 19th anniversary of the Million Man March when Farrakhan came to Jamaica and carry a portion of Nation of Islam people with him. It was wonderful, man, wonderful. So we want you to stay for that. That is where the program go take up the whole of the night with the speech given by Farrakhan in the arena last week, Sunday. Now, we want to play a little thing here. And it's two things, you know. Abu Bakar, the man who them never allow to come in Jamaica because them afraid. This government afraid a whole heap of things. And you know, the people, them are borrow the people, them money, so them have to secure it in a very weird way. We want to play Abu Bakar. Well, we're supposed to go interview him tomorrow too, you know. So we're supposed to interview him tomorrow. But before we interview him tomorrow, we want to play him telling the reason why them seem as a threat to national security in Trinidad, because the reason why them don't allow him in the country here is because them feel him is a threat to national security here. It's scared, them scared. I don't know how, I want to ask him how long is it planned for stay here. Because I know I'm about one time little youth go to university in Jamaica. And the thing is that the fear factor is so much in Jamaica right now with everything. Both the Ebola, the Chick-V, and now we hear the banning of this man from entering, I mean, not even from entering, because them could have tell him, them could have say, he must have left Trinidad. I don't know why they make the man come clear down and stuff, and then put him back and play them. Could have tell him, say, don't come. Them have the power to do that. Them know everybody who are come on a flight before them go on the flight. Them know all the passenger, them name and everything in a computer. And them could have single him out and say, look here, you see that man there? Don't even bother make him go up on the plane, you know, because we will turn him back immediately. But them allow him to come here and then take me money and give plane people them for carry him back. $4 million them spend. Why alright, you know, say the brethren where we interview years where did I get America and England problem? Him end up in a Kenya. And the Kenyan them spend $500,000 US for bringing back to Jamaica. 500,000 US for bringing back to Jamaica. So Jamaica in the same little trend, you know, because we spend $4 million to send back a man out of Jamaica. Isn't that amazing? It's very amazing. Believe you me, I find it very amazing that them spend $4 million. It's a bit, give me $500,000 out of that. And me go with him back at Trinidad. Would I just escort him out? He would have listened to me, man. He would have listened to me. First class. Because him say no one go to coach. Him say no one go to coach, you know, and me no one go to coach neither. But me know say me and him could have a nice little reason go back at Trinidad and don't stress him out. Don't stress out him head for him cuss and all them something. But them stress him out and make him all a cuss, and you know say pilot now allow you to go up and plane when him feel say then a guy ball out on the plane, Ebola, they don't take him off of the plane. A guy had traveled in America that they had, I don't know what instigate him to ball out Ebola upon the plane. They just take him off of the plane. But if them just give me all $500,000 out of that, you know, me go up on an ordinary. Me just fly from here, so go to Antigua and take one of the little idiot plane. Them call it again. Liat. What we call it again?
Landing in a tree.
Landing anywhere?
Tree.
In any tree.
Leave island anytime.
No, leave island at any. What you have to have about landing in any tree, Rasta? Them have a landing in any tree with the Virgin. Leave island at any time. Anytime, yeah. Leave island anytime. Liat. Liat. Can't show you know. Them leave the island anytime. And no matter how fact, you know. If the plane full, you know, if they say about left 10 o'clock and the plane full, 9:30, you know, they left. And if they're not full, they wait for you know. Yeah, they wait for you 10:30, 20, they say, all right, they will leave, you know, it come like a minivan. But when me I say is that, I could have really go with him, sit down with him, say, boy, I'm in here, Mutabaruka, you know, and but I like, you know, they be there, I reason with him. The man is not quiet. But $4 million, Rasta? Cool plan, enough money that you know, for a plane flight, you know. You ever do a tour yet where your airline ticket comes to $4 million?
No, sir.
And I want No, that government is easy, no, Rasta. And you know the weirdest thing about it? The man come on TV, you know, with him intellect. According to them, you know, is an intellect, you know. Where the brother name again? Saint Peter the Divine. Saint Peter the Divine, you know, because I look for divine intervention. I don't want to make get a divine intervention from God to send back the man that day instead of spend me $4 million. I hear $4 million I'm spent to, you know.
How me get it back?
How me know where I'll get it back? But I soon tell you if I get it back. But them good have to go spend, for me tell you now, them good have spend $5 million for arrest me. You understand? When me start to tell you how you forget back your $4 million. But hear me out, you know. When you see the man on the TV, you know, him look like him intelligent, you know. Yeah. You see, when me a little youth, you know, I believe the politician was like up there with intelligence, and I say, yeah, you know, the man is a minister of this, a minister of that. Them supposed to have sorry. But no, me I like get a ton big money and no me I say, but some them money are some idiot, man. Are some idiot them, you know, that's because you know. The man have a reason for gay why it is justified to spend $4 million to send back this money, you know. When all you have to do is, if the man a behave boisterous, you just take him off of the plane, handcuff him, carry him, go quarantine like him have Ebola, and make him sit down there and say, watch you know, you go and stay there so until you keep quiet, you know. So you better make sure that you keep quiet, that we can send you upon the next plane. If you say you want to go first class, I know nothing. Because we say you have bad food. So we send you upon the first class. But you better keep quiet. And if you don't keep quiet, you make him stay there till him keep quiet. You know, see, it's just a simple thing, you know. You think say, go on the favor. You must have more patience than him. That is the art of war. You have more patience than him. Him now go be boisterous forever, ever. You understand? Yeah, so you must handcuff him and send him go somewhere where him cool down and they can put him on a plane first class, which Derby costs $100,000 Jamaican, and $100,000 Jamaican for go to Trinidad first class. No, sir, no cost. I must say about maybe 50,000 or 60,000. Yeah. About 50,000. Yeah, about 50. Yeah, for first class. So my ticket too. So we're going a little more than 100,000. I could say we're going 100,000. What kind of foolishness is that, Rasta? And the man sit down there and talk on the TV like it's a berry. I mean, it's like, oh, Jamaican people can't understand why we did have to pay $4 million for this man. It's like, are these Jamaicans stupid or something? Them those say we are under threat. This man is a threat. This man will come here and influence the youth them and influence the people them to do what him did supposed to have done in a Trinidad. Scare tactics is that them all the people with. Scare tactics. Yeah, this is the cutting edge on RFM. I want to listen to this. Listen to this.
I've been charged for murder. I've been charged for conspiracy to murder. I've been charged for treason. I've been charged for terrorism. I've been charged for guns and ammunition. Nothing has stuck because they just fabricated all these cases against me.
Oh, we're going there. Wait. He's going there, sir. We don't understand that. Hey, Abu Bakar.
You crazy? This is the Attorney General, the Minister of National Security, the advisor, and the Major Thompson from the excuse me. And the government ministers was found in the airport by a woman police officer with all these drugs. I mean, I'm not talking about 10 kilos, a substantial amount of drugs. Mm-hmm. These ministers, right? And she came to us and told us that the government is planning to kill her. So I said, well, why would the government kill you? She was working with the narco section in the airport, of course in plain clothes, not in uniform, and stumbled onto them with all this cocaine. So then she tried to get this matter addressed by the Commissioner of Police and everybody, and nobody wanted to take her and say, you crazy, this is the Attorney General, the Minister of National Security, the advisor, and the Major Thompson from the Army, and this is ridiculous. We can't report these people. And then finally she came to us. 4 days after she came to me and complained about this matter, they created a mock battle at Chagaramas. And she was sitting in a bus, and one of the police officers in the bus shot her in her head and killed her. 4 days before they killed her, she came to me and told me the people who were in the VIP room, the people I just called and told you. So after I exposed that, then they unleashed the state machinery on me and occupied my land, and then every Friday I couldn't have any peaceful prayer. They would destroy the things until finally it come to the court and I arrested them. and charged them for the murder, and that's the coup. That was what the coup was about. We arrested them. They said it was wrong, and we could make this a settlement, and so they wrote an amnesty. They betrayed it, but after 2 years, it went to the Privy Council, and then we were let out. After 1990, the authorities destroyed everything while we were in prison. They bombed all the things, everything. They just destroyed literally everything except the mosque, right? And the man was driving the tractor up to the mosque, and it overturned and almost killed him. That's why he didn't destroy the mosque.
Since 1990, there's been a lot of scapegoating of you as of some sort of bogeyman for what's sort of happening in Trinidad right now. I mean, do you feel like you've been targeted by the officials here?
Since 1990, I've been charged for murder. I've been charged for conspiracy to murder. I've been charged for treason. I've been charged for terrorism. I've been charged for guns and ammunition. Nothing has stuck because they just fabricated all these cases against me. So that is not prosecution, that is persecution.
We're hearing a lot now that the narco trade here is ramping up a lot.
Yes,
Is it coming from politicians? Is it coming from business people? Where is it coming from?
Everybody's involved. Everybody's involved. Everybody, the police, everybody's involved. The Coast Guard, everybody's involved. Our next one neighbor, 7 miles, is Venezuela. And then right next to Venezuela is Colombia. And right here, this is the transshipment point.
I mean, the other thing that we're looking into with that's contributing
where have you been in Trinidad since you're here?
Port of Spain, we were in Levens Hill, we were at the university, we were in Beetham, we were in John for a little bit.
You don't see nothing? Go and look at the affluence in Trinidad, and you know in Brooklyn you can find the affluence that exists in Trinidad nowhere.
And you think it's all coming from the drug trade?
All of it.
Yeah.
All, not part, but all.
All of it.
Yeah. How else? What are you talking about?
So then, I mean, it seems like it's very easy for the government then to blame the kids in John and Beetham, and that's why they're going in there. Listen,
you have sense, I'm sure. You are insulting my intelligence. Yeah? You, a drug dealer will live in Beetham. Drug dealers live in sprawling mansions with swimming pools and cars, and you've been in John. Have you seen any sprawling mansions in John? You seen any swimming pools in John? You seen any lavish cars? Come on. Don't insult my intelligence. You know that. You know how drug dealers live? Sprawling mansions.
They live well.
Yes, of course. So that's why I say go to the other parts of Trinidad and see how those people live in, and you want to know 1.3 million people, where is money coming from? I mean, what is selling to make this money?
But at the same time, though, you do have, I mean, we're looking into the fact over the past 15 years, the murder rate in Trinidad has gone through the roof.
Yes, that is true.
And what's to blame for that?
Well, part of it is poverty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, poverty leads to disbelief. Right? And when people don't have any belief in anything at all, whether it be spirituality or they don't have any guidance or anything, they operate according to how they see. I mean, when a lion kills a deer to feed its children, the lion is never charged for murder. So, I mean, when a man can't feed his children and he commits, what do you want him to do?
But there was poverty 20 years ago, you know, and there's poverty now. But you didn't see 500 murders a year 20 years ago. Now you see 500 murders a year.
I was in charge.
Oh, because you were in charge.
I'm telling you, I was in charge. Mm-hmm. 20 years ago, before 1990, I was in charge of the ground. And when I came out of prison, I left it, and I say, I'm telling you what happened. There was just a commission of inquiry, right? They asked the Prime Minister in the commission of inquiry. This was the question posed directly to him by the chairman. What was your problem, Mr. Chairman, with Abu Bakar and the Jamaat al-Muslimin? And he said they were playing police. That was his answer, that we were playing police. Of course, I don't know, I was playing what I was. I used to be a police officer for 10 years, right? So I wasn't playing police, I am a police.
After you go to jail, what happens? You lose power of the streets? Or
we just left it.
You just left the streets?
We left it. Mm-hmm. We say, that's where you want? Well, we left it. And that's what's the problem now. We left it.
Who's controlling it right now?
Controlling what?
Who's controlling the streets?
It's out of control because all the young people just come up after them who don't have the experience of the streets, who didn't have the will, the control. I mean, and a lot of the people who were the community leaders were people who were in our organization. We control the streets.
And there were people in their community that were dealing drugs, so you cast them out.
They are dealing drugs, yes. Some people in those communities, they're dealing drugs. I mean, yeah. And of course, we are opposed to that. But we are not at war with those people.
No, you're not at war. I'm saying the breakaway factions that broke away from here that you cast out, they're the ones that seem to have taken a little bit of control in these neighborhoods.
Some of them, yeah, because they were taught by me how to be leaders. So obviously, if they're in the community, they're going to be the leaders.
And as a former police officer, how do you feel about the police right now in Trinidad, how they're doing?
There are too many extrajudicial killings. There are too many, much too many. But you see, before 1990, I was up against the police for that very said reason, right? And after 1990, it slowed down. Now it's gone out of hand. But it tells you something about the governance of the country, right? If you are a parent in your house, the more control you have over your children is the less discipline you will need to control them. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you are running your home properly, your children don't need to be disciplined. You don't need laws every week, new restrictions for them, new curfews for them, because your home is being run properly as a parent, and you're looking after your wife and your children. But if you're not running your home properly, you're in trouble, because every week now your children are getting in problems and you have to keep making new law. You can't come in after this time, you have to do that. You start cutting them restrictions and things like that. And then if you think as a parent that they're not listening, you resort to physical kind of thing for the discipline. Me, I don't do that. I've never hit my wives, and I don't hit my children. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in corporate. I'm a lover man. I am, ask anybody in Trinidad, I am the man.
Me too.
I am the man with all the girls. The girls love me. Eh?
So are you worried about the future for what you see in this country right now, in this city, for these young people, about what's going on here? That it seems like it's getting more and more out of control every year.
Every day. No, every year, it's definitely getting out and out of control. I mean, and they've gone beyond that, because now young women are not safe, young women are being raped and things like that, so it's gone beyond that. The respect that we used to have for elderly people and things like that, all that is part of the problem. It's a holistic problem. It's not just a question of having money, it's a holistic problem, and it has to be addressed in that manner. Holistic. It has nothing to do with the shortage of money in the country, It has nothing to do. We give you 67% of your natural gas. You, the big monolith America, 67% of your natural gas. You know how much money that is?
So where's it going?
Actually, take a drive and look and see where it's going.
Because it's not going to John, it's not going to 11-2.
No, it's not going to none of the depressed areas. So are we getting better, or are we getting worse? It's getting worse every day. And it's going to explode. It's a natural phenomenon, So are we getting better, or are we getting worse? It's getting worse every day. And it's going to explode. It's a natural phenomenon, that this place is going to explode. It's on a timber box. It's only waiting now to thing. You lived in America, yeah?
Yeah.
Police beat black people every day in America, right?
Yeah.
One day, however, there was a lot of dissatisfaction in Los Angeles. The place was saturated with dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
And one day, somebody just beat a black man in Los Angeles, and the place was torched because the place was saturated with discontent, right? But every day, police beat people in America, black people, and it don't happen because it's not saturated with discontent.
But here right now?
Now it is saturated with discontent. Anybody tell you it's otherwise? Who is content? There's nobody. Even the rich and the affluent, they are not happy. They're in jail, of course, because they live behind bars, and they know that this thing is going to explode. They know, everybody. They know it's going to explode. What they don't know is what's going to happen when it explodes.
If this tinderbox blows up, I mean, what role do you see for yourself?
No, me, I'm not a politician. I told you I'm a priest, man. How much I tell you that?
But someone like you, this sort of leader who holds communities together, is something that these people desperately need. Now, and more than ever, if things reach a tipping point and there's just chaos and anarchy in the streets.
You see, my problem is I cannot vote to the people and say, vote for me. That is my problem. If the people says, you know, if you go back, you have no Jewish in your show?
Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah, you had to, looking at your nose, you had to ask some Jews, although you know it has some black Jews, eh?
Yeah.
The Falasha Jews,
Ethiopians,
Falasha, they're Jews because it's 12 brothers.
It's one of the tribes.
Yeah, 12 tribes, So Joseph was the last, Joseph and Benjamin had a different mother. And that's why they sold Joseph into slavery, but Joseph is the man who rescued Egypt, yeah? So that's my forte, as a priest, remember that. My responsibility is to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. In the end, they will judge me how I interact with everyone in Trinidad and Tobago is how I will be judged on the day of judgment when I come before God, but not before a few men who somebody want to appoint. And that will include you too, because I don't know what you're going to do with this film, but you know, you've now become part of my life and I am part of your life. So you and I on the day of judgment, when we come up before God, you say, well, you know, I make both of you. I am your creator, you know.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Huh?
I'll put in a good word for you.
I would appreciate that. And I will reciprocate.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Nice seeing you, man.
Nice seeing you too.
Yeah.
You are listening to Mutabaruka.
When I used to go to school, you know they taught me the golden rule.
Yeah, that was a little thing that was done. An interview that was done in Trinidad. You know, Abu Bakar said, because him arrest some drug people who was in politics, them say, them have to go to him because he might try to overthrow the government. I mean, that is funny. I find it very funny. You know why? A whole heap of politicians out of Jamaica need to be arrested. You understand? A whole heap, because you know, the same way how him attack, most Jamaicans feel that way about Jamaican government. It's the weirdest thing. May I listen to him and me can transport where he must say into Jamaica and say the exact thing where he must say about this government here. The drugs business and the corruption and all the lie them and the thieving thing where them are going with. You can't say the same thing about Jamaica. So him decided he's going to take action by locking up somebody. It's funny. Him decided he's going to lock up some of them. Anyway, all of the charges were dropped. So the question is, how come this man is a threat to Jamaica? Why him is a threat? Is it because him is a Muslim and right now America decides say them man the kind of extreme? Is it because now them find out say a youth left Trinidad and go join ISIL in Syria? You never hear about the two little girl them yesterday. Two little girl yesterday left America to go join ISIL in them go by way of Turkey, by Germany, and them stop them at Germany and send them back to America. Teenager girls them too, you know. Some little teenager girls left America to go join ISIL. But the most devastating one right now is that a youth take a car and lick down a Canadian soldier and shut up the parliament. Another youth shut up the parliament. And some youth are them something there, you know. But maybe it's that now them I use to say this man is a connection, you know. We don't want him on here because America say him is dangerous. So you know, same time America say you're dangerous, you know. You know, say you're in a problem. You know, say you're in a problem. So, $4 million. The $4 million man, that me I call him, you know, the $4 million man. Believe you me, enough money that to move a man. Trust me. From here to Trinidad, your Copeland say, he might move artists all over the world and he never spend $4 million yet for any group. For live here so, for go there so. It's a serious thing. Alright. So, we're going to play the Farrakhan thing and we're going to start the Farrakhan issue, you know. You may not even hear no more music for the rest of the night. We want to play as much as it tonight, yeah, and then next week we might thank you the rest of it. Well, that's sweet, you know. You know why it's sweet? Because that other while ago is about 80. That other while ago is about 80. And I was just going to mention that I want to play the speech of the sister from 80 that came on before Farrakhan. Can you believe that? It's a vibe, you know. It's a vibe because the same way me and Cabo did that talk something about 80, you know, and right away, remember again, Asphalt did in 80. And when we start talking about Chicago, Nicholas was in Chicago, and now we hear this ad on the radio about 80, and I line up for make the sister here. We talk before Farrakhan talk. So we want you to listen to this sister here before we play Farrakhan himself. So we want you to listen to this sister here. Believe you me. Powerful, powerful data. Right there. Come on. No bother kid, you know. Alright, here we go now.
Allah has blessed us with a man in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to give us vision, leadership, and guidance. He teaches us that we are the most fearless generation to ever be produced, and that this current generation of youth will bring about the total liberation of our people. So we encourage all young people to accept that challenge to be the agents of change that we desire.
Yes, sir. And we thank Allah that we have been given a man that has a vision for us and have given us purpose. Right. A purpose for our lives. A purpose that is much bigger than ourselves, and that cause is the cause of freedom, justice, and equality. And we are so happy to be here for Holy Day of Atonement and know that the youth back and love the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Come on, brothers and sisters, let's keep it together for the youth. Let's keep it together for the youth. You know, at the Million Man March, they asked was women represented at the Million Man March? And the answer was a resounding yes. Throughout America, throughout the world, women sent their husband, their children, their brother out, and women spoke on the Day of Atonement, the night that on October the 16th, 1995, we had many women speaking. We have a sister that's here that is our national MGT captain, but she's also from Haiti. She once has versed in several languages, but she's training young women and women how to be women. She's a fantastic representation of what it is, not just to be an MGT, but to be a woman. This is our national MGT captain, Sister Sandy Muhammad.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we give him praise and we give him thanks for his love and mercy to all of the members of the human family. That every nation has received a messenger from God, a prophet from God, a guide from the Almighty God. We thank him for Abraham to Moses, and we thank him from Jesus to Muhammad. As part of a people that has been destroyed by nearly 500 years of slavery and colonization, I could never thank Allah enough for his intervention in our affairs in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. We thank him for raising one from among us that would reform us, that would guide us, that would lead us back into the path of God's favor. We thank him for the eternal leader of the nation of Islam, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Yes, and we thank them both in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, all over the planet Earth. He is a man with no fear in his heart. He is a man that does not bow down to Satan. He is a divine reminder to the entire world. No matter what color you are, class, creed, he is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It is in their names that I greet the mighty people of God with the greeting words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum. I would like to first thank the beautiful people of Jamaica and Nation of Islam. Help me to thank the beautiful people of Jamaica for welcoming us to your beautiful country. We love Jamaica and we love the Jamaican people. We are all the sons and daughters of Africa that has been destroyed and damaged and divided by slavery, divided by colonization. But as we were separated and divided yesterday, today a change has come in the person of Farrakhan. As a woman in the Nation of Islam, who come from humble roots, as my family are from the island of Haiti, and to all of my Haitian massive sakpase. That's right. We black people in America are intimately tied with the Caribbean, and we owe a great debt to the Caribbean. So as my brother David says, the Caribbean gave us Marcus Garvey. The Caribbean gave us George Padmore. The Caribbean gave us C.L.R. James. The Caribbean gave us Edward Blyden. Aïti Sherry gave us Toussaint Louverture. The Caribbean, St. Kitts in Jamaica, how indebted are we to you? Because you gave us the mother and the father of the boldest black man on the face of the planet Earth. That's why we love you, Jamaica. We love you, St. Kitts. So we owe a tremendous debt to the Caribbean. And we must know that we are one family, having the similar roots, having similar struggle, suffered under the wickedness of slavery, suffered under the wickedness of colonization and injustice. So that means that we all have to fight for our freedom and our justice, and we must continue to fight for our freedom, justice, and independence. So now guess what? We are in need of repair of the damage that the enemy had inflicted on us, that we are still suffering from that today. So as the people of Jamaica and all over the Caribbean discuss the hot topic of reparation, well, I got news for you. We want to share with the world that we have been given a supreme wisdom, a supreme knowledge that is repairing us, the black man and the black woman of America, of nearly 500 years of slavery, colonization, and injustice. Well, how can you tell that there's a great repair happening to the so-called Negro? Well, to the people of Jamaica, I give you the Nation of Islam. I give you the FOI. I give you the LGBT, the women that are arrayed in white garments. When you look at us, Jamaica, look at the women. You have to say, good God Almighty, there's a mighty work happening in America. Look at the beautiful women. So why do I specifically say to look at the women? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught us that the standard of civilization is not judged by the man, brother. Sorry. But the standard of civilization, the way you can tell how high a civilization is, it is measured and judged by the condition of the female. There is no reformation. There is no reformation if the black woman is not reformed first. There is no reparation if the black woman is not repaired first. Why? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that 75% of the work is with the woman and 25% is with the man. When you teach a man, you teach in an individual. But when you teach a woman, you teach an entire nation. When you reform a man, you reform an individual. But when you reform a woman, you reform an entire nation. So how important are you, black woman, to the rise and the continued rise of Jamaica? How important are you, black woman, to the rise of the Caribbean? How important is the black woman to the rise of the whole entire world? She is the most important part of Reformation. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan tells us why. He says that she possesses the rule, the laboratory wherein are fashioned those who will inhabit the world. The rule is where she co-operates, and that she is an assistant to Almighty God for the formation, the reformation, and the final completion of the human being. It was she, by Allah's grace and mercy, that gave birth to Abraham. It was she, by Allah's grace and mercy, that gave birth to Moses. Jesus had to come by Mary before he got to God. It was she, by Allah's grace and mercy, that gave birth to Muhammad. So it is by God's permission that every great prophet came through her. Every great thinker came through her. Every great scientist, every great person, all of you came through the womb of your mother. So how important is the woman, specifically the black woman, to the rise of our people? So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that men, and I know I'm talking to men who understand God, love God, know the workings of God, will kill nations to protect the womb of their woman. And so we in the Nation of Islam, we have such men called the F.O.I. And if you want to know more, come and hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. The woman has been repaired, or she is being repaired. We are taught how to sew. We are taught the dressing room of our ancestors, so now we dress in a way where men could not know the beauty of our form, but they will come to know the beauty of our mind, of our expression, of our face. We make our clothes and do not allow Satan to dress us and degrade us. We are taught how to cook. We are taught how to rear our children. We are taught how to take good care of that black man. All right, MGT. So we thank Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because they said that the black woman must be highly educated, cultivated, refined, respected, and protected. So I want you to open up your minds, open up your heart, open up your soul to the words of the man that is making a mighty change in America and all over the world. I love you all very much. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Reload and come. Reload.
Yeah, so I say you can call all your friends who never go to the arena. If they want to hear what Farrakhan did say in the arena, we have the entire speech writers up on RFM. As we said, we don't know if we can play the whole light tonight, but we look like we can play the whole light because we kind of edit out a whole heap of the other things them we did say. Except for the little sister we here we just play a while ago because we feel such it was very powerful. So we are going to play the Farrakhan speech. Yes.
The merciful. We thank him for his greatness, his goodness, and his mercy to the human family. Throughout history, whenever any member of the human family strays from his straight path and earns his displeasure, before he punishes, he always raises from among that people a prophet or a messenger to whom he gives what is called scripture or divine revelation, by means of which he guides those who will hear back to his straight path and once again into his favor. We thank Allah for Moses and the Israelite prophets that gave us the Torah or the Old Testament. We thank him for Jesus and the apostles who gave us the Injil or the Gospel and the New Testament. We thank him for Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah, through whom the final revelation came into the world, verifying the truth of all of the teachings of the former prophets. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad and all of the worthy prophets that came before him. I am a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I could never thank Allah enough for his merciful intervention in our affairs, in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, the great Mahdi or guide, who came to North America to get the black man and woman of America up from the foot of our former slave masters and their children, to civilize us, to make a new nation out of us, and then spread that guidance that he deposited in us and with us to all of humanity, starting with black people in the West Indies, in Central and South America, in Africa, in the Isles of the Pacific, the indigenous people of the earth, and then all who suffer under white supremacy. I thank Allah, and I greet all of you with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you to the government and people of Jamaica for their warm and gracious reception of us through customs, through the airport, on the highways, we have felt very much at home. I have always come to Jamaica by myself, sometimes with my family, my wife, my children, but I never came like I came this time. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears, but you can tell a man by his works. So what we brought to Jamaica is a sample of the work of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which is a proof that a new teacher has come among us. And no matter how good the brothers look and how handsome and clean we are, you don't judge civilization by a man. You judge the measure of that civilization by women. And the sisters of the Nation of Islam stopped traffic everywhere they went. Their high degree of civilized behavior, when they watched us in the hotels or wherever we met each other, we shook each other's hands and hugged each other, because the hallmark of the Nation of Islam is the love of the brotherhood. And where there is love, there is life, and where there is love, there is the presence of God. Now, you saw the brothers opening doors for the sisters, helping to carry their bags, making sure that they were safe wherever they went, because it is part of our teaching and training to lay down our lives for the honor of our women. We will never be respected as a people until we show honor, love, and respect for our women. It is against the law in the Nation of Islam for any man to strike his wife. And any man that strikes a woman is showing his mental incapacity to handle the woman. Therefore, in the Nation of Islam, men must grow into the wisdom of God that will allow us to deal with our families acrimony and bitterness. Now, we are not perfect. I have to make that clear. Yes, sir. But any man that strikes the sister, and we know about it, they get excommunicated for a period of time until they learn how to manage their anger so that they never strike the mother of their children, the one who is born to give us solace and comfort and guidance and help. Never, never allow your children to see the male in a household strike the female. So I thought that in coming to Jamaica, you've seen me before, some of you. You've heard me before, some of you. But my work on behalf of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad speaks for itself. Jamaica, you are a pearl in the Caribbean. So much has come to the world from this island in the sun. This island is special. You always punch above your weight. But today, I want you to bathe in the sunlight of God and His truth, that we may truly be an island not only in the physical sun, but an island bathed in the light of God, that we become an exemplary nation, an exemplary people that can continue the legacy of the heroes that we will honor tomorrow, that we have honored here today. They have done their work, and we are the beneficiaries of what they did. The question is, what are we doing? What are we doing to finish the work? Because the work is not done. I thank all those who spoke in front of me. I enjoyed some of what I heard. I enjoyed my brother Luciano and the mighty Gabby. Where's Gabby? He's in the audience. Oh, where's Luciano? He didn't come, but he serenaded you well last night. Oh, here he is. I want you to know that our young ministers, Brother Nuri, stand, Brother Ishmael, stand. They spoke in the prison yesterday, and they spoke so well that the authorities in the prison are allowing the inmates to hear what we have to say throughout the entire prison system. Jamaica. But let me tell you, the cultural community is the community that will save the world and continue the legacy. I may make a speech, but one song, as Bob Marley proved, one song can wake up nations. So the cultural community must rise and be infused with the ideas that lead to liberation. So today, I am so happy to be here, and I thank all of the brothers and sisters who made this journey. And I hope that Jamaica will inspire you to tell others and come back again and again and again, because this is my father's home, therefore it is my home, therefore it is your home. In the Bible, for all of my Christian family, I want you to know that I am a Muslim, but I am a Christian too. You say, Farrakhan, how could you be that? You must be confused. No, I'm not confused. The knowledge that I have received from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is so deep that it makes me sick to see people who believe in God acting as though they never believed anything at all. Muslims killing Muslims. Muslims and Christians killing each other. And you may wonder, who are we? We are the nation of Islam. We are here to reform the whole world of religion. Because the whole world of religion has failed to civilize humanity and cause them to walk the righteous path of the prophets. Religion needs to be reformed. Going to church is fine. Going to the mosque or masjid is fine. Going to the synagogue is fine. Going to any place of worship is fine. But the problem is not with those who believe. The problem is in the streets. And if we are not actively engaged where the crime is, where the violence is, where the decadence is, where the need is, then we are not with Jesus. We are not with Moses and the prophets, nor are we with Muhammad. Peace be upon these worthy servants of God. The Quran talks about the uphill road. And it asks the question, what will make you know what the uphill road is? And the first thing it says, the uphill road is to free a slave, to feed the hungry and orphan, and to raise the people that are lying in the dust. That's our work in the Nation of Islam. I love these heroes. I got chills as I saw the great ones on the screen that have passed before us. I do not intend to go out of this world whimpering. I do not intend to go out of this world bowing down to the forces that have destroyed us as a people.
You are listening to Mutabaruka.
I'm 81 years of age, but I have many more years by the grace of God in front of me. But every second, every minute, every day, every week, every month, every year, I'll be walking the path of the heroes that we admire. They never punked out. They fought the enemy until death came to them. And you are not worthy to walk to Heroes Park and pay honor to them unless you are willing to walk that path and live your life and die fighting for the liberation of your people. In the scriptures it reads, in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, as lightning shineth from the east even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Notice the direction of this Son of Man. He's coming out of the east, but his movement is to the west. And the scripture goes on. It says, for wheresoever the eagles are gathered together, there will the carcass be. You and I, particularly in America, are the carcass, the remains of a once great people. Ezekiel saw us as dry bones in the valley. The bones were talking to each other like you talk, like we talk. Our hope is lost. Our bones are dry. We are cut off from our part. But God told another Son of Man who met with the Son of Man. Son of Man, go and preach to these bones. Give them the word as I have given it to you. And when he preached to the bones shook. The bones rattled. And I'm sure when you finish hearing the word that I'm about to give you, you shake. You rattle. And like all the great ones that came before us, we cheered them. Honorable Marcus Garvey. Go ahead, Michael Manley. Go ahead, Che Guevara. Go ahead, Fidel Castro. But what happened? After the lecture was over, we went back to business as usual, and white supremacy still flourishes. So today, we don't want just some bones shaking, rattling, because the Son of Man had preached to those bones for a long time. And he went back to his sender. And he said the shaking and rattling, but they're not coming together. Did you hear me? Yes, sir. They're not coming together. So the Lord said to the Son of Man, don't speak to them. Prophesy unto the winds. And when the winds blow on these bones that are the slain of God, they're going to stand up. But listen to what they're going to look like when they stand up. They will stand up an exceedingly great army. I'm going to say it again. Army. An army of men and women, militant, strong, disciplined, walking with purpose, living with purpose, knowing the enemy that the army must march against, knowing that Jesus the Master, when they saw him coming back, he had a sword in his hand. It was dripping with blood. And he wasn't killing calf and sheep. He had 10,000 with him. He came to declare war on those that had destroyed his people. Oh, I love that scripture. We are not a people to go along, to get along. You that think like that, your day is over. Your children will rise against parents. Your people will rise against accommodationist leadership. Your people want strength from their leaders. They want wisdom from their leaders. And they don't want us in the face of the enemy, scratching when we don't itch, bending and bowing in the face of the enemy, scratching when we don't itch, bending and bowing like we are some subservient slave. Your children want to see you stand up. And while I'm on that point, when the winds blew on the slain of God, so you don't even realize you've been put to death. That's why Bob Marley had to sing to you. That's why people have to preach to you. Because if you were alive, oh Jamaica would be so great.
Yes, sir.
If you were alive, the Caribbean would be united. If you were alive, but your bones are scattered. And the enemy made sure that you would never find the path of unity. The enemy didn't want, even in the British West Indies, that the islanders from one island would go to another island and meet their brother and sister. They made it difficult for travel between the islands, and that is going on right now. If we were united, why should we have to fly to Miami before we can go to our neighbor in Barbados or in Belize or in Trinidad? Accept it. No more. No more. You won't get what you don't have the courage to demand. You will not get what you don't have the will to bring into existence what you demand. We are dead people, and God has come to give us life.
Yes, Farrakhan at 19th anniversary of the Million Man March right here in Arena last Sunday. So we're going to come forward to him. The time is 1 minute past 12 o'clock.
Life into us. When the whites saw us walking, they knew these are not my children. This is not the product that we made. When you see us, when you hear us, when you come in our midst, you know you're meeting a different student from a different teacher. You love Malcolm X? He came from a great teacher. You love Muhammad Ali? He came from a great teacher. You love Louis Farrakhan? He came from a great teacher. So today I want to introduce you to the teacher who made us as we are, that you can be made the same. All of the heads of the CARICOM nations agreed that reparatory justice or reparations is what we must seek. They're right, but it will never happen if we say we must go to England and beg them. You know what you do to us. Yes. But let me tell you, at the top, you will compromise. You can't help yourself. Listen to me good. Your people can't take a compromise on the position of reparatory justice. If those of us at the top get a wink from the Queen, we are ready to throw in the towel. They heard our cry. You can't come back to us like that. Unless the movement for reparations, though it is heralded at the top, does not come up from the masses of the people, then you that are the classes will never bring what you're seeking to your people. Are you listening? See, you've been trained by them. And the more of their education you have, the more of them is in you. Now I'm going to prove my point in a minute. You boast in your degrees from them. That you can sit and meet with them. That you can go and be knighted by them. And get to be called sir. Whenever we talk to each other, we say sir. We don't have to go to London to be made sir. We know who we are. We are descendants of the originator of the heavens and the earth, and we were born sir. Came here to show the world that there is a balm in Gilead, to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. To ask your former slave and colonial masters to repair you. They don't have the wisdom to do it, nor do they have the will to do it. God has brought the repair of the indigenous, the black man and woman. It's in the wisdom. It will come in your unity. Then you can make a demand. And your demand will have to be heard, because it's not coming from a few that they control. You didn't hear that, did you? They have a system of control that we're going to break up today. By the grace of God. Why shouldn't we break up the system that has destroyed us? Why would you accept Norman Mandela Jamaica's first premier, Miranda Bustamante, you became independent, and I'm going to put that in quotes. You got a flag. It's beautiful. You got one of the most beautiful anthems in the world. And you got a seat in the United Nations. Big up for you. But independence, you don't have that yet. Independence, you don't have that yet. Brothers and sisters, how could we be independent and then allowing ourselves to continue to function under the institutions of our former colonial and slave masters? My teacher taught me that if a man won't treat you right, what will make you think he will teach you right? So you mean you're gonna put your children under a system made by your enemies and theirs? If you want to be free, the first thing you have to think about is what kind of education should we possess that will allow us to continue what Norman Manley and Bustamante and Michael Manley, the journey that they put us on, it ain't over yet. So you don't have nothing to celebrate if you're not marching toward the goal of true liberation, true independence. Now, what kind of education are you receiving? Well, we are under the British system. I think that's a problem. How do I know that? Because you have not proved in the 50 years of your independence that you are not still bound to your former colonial and slave masters. When Sister Portia came into her second time of office, I was somewhere in the United States and I read, she said, we need to move toward being a republic. I don't know, did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
She said we need to say goodbye to the Queen. Not disrespectful. We need to say to the Governor General, you're a good man. No. But no longer should you be the Queen's representative as the head of state. Don't you think some of you mothers and fathers, you rear your children, they leave your house. If they back the next week, Mama, can I borrow some sugar and tea? She said, well, what you left for? If you can't go out and make it on your own, then you should have stayed in the room that I gave you. So now you're coming back. That's how white people look at you. I give you independence. You don't want to take it. Your educators should be developing an educational system that frees your mind from white supremacy influence. Well, it seems like you agree. Then let's look at the education that is coming to our children and coming to ourselves. Recently, you started doing good, you know. You put Mr. Garvey and his teaching in the school. That's a good start. That's a good start. But let me tell you something. You know, feeling good, you know. I got so much to give, but I know you didn't bring your pajamas, so I can't keep you till the night. No, I can't take too much time, because I want to say it, but all of this will be in a book. So you can study the principles that we're going to articulate in brief today. We have to develop a new educational system that is in harmony with our nature, that feeds the gift of God in our being, educated. You look at what God has put under your foot. The wealth of Jamaica under your foot. Proper education will allow you to develop the wealth that is under your foot. Jamaica, listen, how much debt are you in for food coming? You mean to tell me you're free, but your mouth and your stomach is in the possession of your former colonial and slave master, and you wonder why you're getting sick and dying with all kind of disease? The land of Jamaica is rich. It is arable. In the University of the West Indies, you must teach agriculture. Not the technical side of what you call it, agricultural economics, or learning how to research. No, learn how to take your land, produce a product, then learn how to market that product in your own house, then learn how to sell the surplus to nations around you and abroad, giving you trade and commerce Because 60% of the GDP of Jamaica is produced by tourism. Don't be mad at me. You gotta think. That's all I'm here to do, make you think. Because if you think right, then you're gonna walk right. So I'm not displeased with you, no. But we can do better if we knew better. You mean to say that if I ask the children in Jamaica, how many of you would like to be a farmer? No. They don't want nothing to do with farming, you know. I did that. Cutting cane and raising banana for the white man. Yeah, he became rich because you worked the land for him. You paved the streets in London. So when you go to London and look around, you're looking at what your slave labor produced for England and for Europe. Why couldn't you take what you did to make them wealthy and make yourself wealthy? The average age of the farmer is between 62 and 67 years of age. So the farmers are dying off, and there's no young farmers because you think farming is a degraded profession. Me want to be lawyer, doctor, engineer. That's good. But engineer eat, doctor eat, lawyer eat, prostitute eat, him eat, Rasta eat, Muslim eat, Christian eat. What is wrong with you that you can't feed your people, feed the region, feed the world? Did you know, Christian family, did you know from the book of Genesis what the first labor was? Thank you, sir. You know, I'm talking to a wise man out there, you know. When the scripture says God created all of this wonder, and then he said, but there was no man to till the ground. That was the purpose for Adam. He put him in a garden that he had to work. You didn't hear me. Farming is hard work. But when you're farming for yourself, I have a little farm in Michigan, and I'm encouraging the believers, pool your resources, buy land. Learn how to produce your food. You may say now, why should we do that? Let me tell you in a few minutes. Why they have the West Indies not farming. Africa is not farming. Europe, America, New Zealand, Australia feeding us. I turned on the television the other morning and I saw a program that inspired me. Family farming. They were talking about Jamaicans taking the land around them and growing food. You can grow the food that you eat in a pot in your house. We are doing it. We have been taught how to create soil. I didn't say look at soil, I said create it. Because you know, every time you bury the dead, what do you say? From the earth he came, to the earth he now returns. But where do you think you're going in death? You return. This body is made from the flesh of the earth. The vegetation of the earth is what gives you your skin. The stone of the earth is what gives you bone. The water of the earth gives you your blood. Look at your body. It's rivers. It's streams. It's hills and valleys. You are the microcosm of the earth itself and the universe itself. But you are not taking care of the temple of the living God. You are responsible for what goes in your mouth. So if you don't know the value of the earth, and you don't know how to purify that earth from the poisons that the enemy is giving you to use as pesticides. These pesticides are killing the ecosystem of the earth that is absolutely necessary to produce products that are filled with the minerals that give you good nutrition. Are you listening? We got to break away from the imposition of our colonial and slave masters. It's not hateful. That's right. Breaking away is what children do when they mature. They're thankful to their parents for what they received, but now they're out on their own. Breaking away from our former colonial and slave masters is what we started with in our independence movements, but we never took it as far as it should be taken. In order for us to become a regional power with a voice that could, that would affect the world. Breaking away is a necessary part of evolutionary growth and development. It was only a matter of time before these islands that were subjected to European authority would want to be free from that subjection. So look, as a result of your not breaking away enough, your evolution toward real independence and true freedom has been thwarted. What do you think it means in the scriptures? In the book of Revelations, God is talking to his people. He says, come out of her, my people. Come out, that you may not be partakers of her sins and her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven. This is talking about ancient Babylon, but it's also talking about a mystery Babylon, which is a world system of evil that is controlling and dominating our lives. Come out of her.
Yeah, this is the Coaching Edge on RFM. You know, I listen to his tape here and I say, well, it's from my evening at the arena. I say, why? What him said this so where we not say pan the two program them. It's like a book out there, so I'm going to read the same book and I send the same message. What is it that Farrakhan said that the listeners never hear yet? As a matter of fact, most times when we bring a speaker in a Jamaica, especially when I bring a speaker in a Jamaica, when we have them on the radio, the same thing where we are saying years in, and the same message these speakers come with. So the people them apparently want to hear it from outside sources because we have been saying the exact things them with Farrakhan say on the radio every week. We continue the journey. Louis Farrakhan in the national arena, the 19th anniversary of the Million Man March.
So if you can break away, oh man, I know, man, saying to the Queen, you know, why should you be singing God Save the Queen? You're the one in need of salvation. You should be saying, God save us from the Queen. Disrespect the Queen? No. We thank you for all you did and didn't do. We thank you. But now we have to do something for ourselves. And I'm sure the Queen will respect you for it. But at first, they're going to fight you. That's right. They're going to make it hard for you. Yeah, they're making it real hard already. They're frightening you because they know it's time for you to leave. Look at this. Where's that? Bring that board over here. I want you to see how skillful the enemy has been. You have a pointer? Now, this is the Caribbean. And it touches Mexico. The Caribbean touches Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, San Jose, Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, and of course out here is the Atlantic. But this is the Caribbean. Now, here's how smart the enemy is. They fight each other, you know, over the spoils of the Caribbean. So we were colonized by the British. So what language you speak? You speak English. But you're not an Englishman, are you? I don't know. In the system of jurisprudence, I see you put on wig. You know, when you put something on your head, you know, that's telling you what's under the wig. It's his system. You're not getting justice under his system. You have to create a system that will give you justice. Now look at this. Are we the sons and daughters of Africa? We didn't come here on no cruise ship. So if you didn't come on a cruise ship, look at where the majority of blacks from Africa in this Western Hemisphere were brought to Brazil. I'm going to tell you something in a minute. This is Portuguese. Venezuela, Spanish is the language. Colombia, Spanish. Panama, Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, Spanish. But that's your family. You don't think much of your family. Because now, the same hatred of the Spanish for the British and the Spaniards for the French is bred into you through their educational system. So you don't have proper respect for your brothers and sisters that are right here in Cuba. Is that your family? They're in Haiti. That's French. In Santo Domingo, Spanish. In Puerto Rico, Spanish. In Aruba, Dutch. And down here, Portuguese. Now that's our family, spread out like that. How can you communicate with them if you don't know the language? So what kind of educational system are you developing when you don't develop the children to be able to communicate with the members of our family that are spread throughout this whole region? So the first barrier to our unity regionally is language. How do we correct a language barrier? From the babies, you start teaching. In Africa, your African brothers and sisters sometimes speak 3, 4, 5 languages. Don't you sell your children short. They're only short because their mama is a shorty. They're only short because their teacher is a shorty. But if you got the wisdom and the desire to unite your family, then you should, from the kindergarten, start teaching languages that will allow us to connect with all of our people in the hemisphere. Now watch this. Here. Now look at this. Here's a man, the Europeans, when they capture us, our women are their prize. That's why your backside is called booty. I'm not being vulgar. Shake your booty. Because you know that when when the male member of a stranger captures and destroys the power of the male that is supposed to be your protector, then you become the prey in the hands of the conqueror. Now look at their minds. This is Jamaica. Look at all the different hues, colors in this audience. And when they put their blood in us, and some of us are light, with hair a little curly, lips a little thinner, nose a little thinner, they make that person think he or she is better than the black one out of which they came. No, we're going to talk now. So already you're divided by language. Now you're divided by color. So light-skinned people in a white man's world get better breaks. Look on the TV. You hardly see black. Yeah, when we looking at you. Yeah, but you ain't got nobody blacker than me. I don't have it here, but you ain't blacker than me here or here. But what I'm suggesting to you is they have divided us along color lines. And the ignorance of our miseducation causes us to follow that kind of stupidity. Now look at what they did in Brazil. They went in, the Portuguese, they produced a lighter skinned person of color. Then the African Brazilian is in one class. The lighter skinned is in another class. And the white is in another class. Everywhere they have gone on this earth, they divide us by color. That's what apartheid was like in South Africa. Yes, sir. The blacks, that means your skin is dark. You're in this class. The mulatto or the colors, they are like my color. Then you have the Indians, and then you have Chinese and Arabs, and the white is at the top. Yes, sir. And everybody wants to feel superior, so the black is pushed all the way down. Tell the truth. Go ahead, brother. And right in Jamaica now, you are so ashamed of the blackness of your skin that you are buying bleaching cream to make yourself whiter. You're blonding your eyes, your hair, and bluing up your eyes. You want to be white. That's a sign of mental sickness. You don't like the Rasta with his dreadlocks. He's himself. You should appreciate your brother in the beauty of himself. You think that white woman is the standard of beauty. So a black woman that don't have long hair shop and buy a little here and a little there. And I watch you, you're so beautiful. You can't help yourself when you get your hair from the shop, you know. But you feel better because you look in the mirror and you say, look at me. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Ain't I the most beautiful of them all? Oh, brother and sister. You got your nails on now? The Koreans happy, you know? They say, let's keep giving them more hair. Fix their nails. And you are attractive like that. But you marry a man and he take you home. The wig come off and it's in the drawer. You take off the build-up, you know. You can get a Brazilian butt, you know. So the man don't know whether to get in the drawer or get in the bed. Now look, in our student enrollment, we were given 10 questions and answers that are called the actual facts. And the first question destroys this color madness. The question is asked, who is the original man? Now, when you look at the origin, that's the first out of which came the rest. Look, look, look. The Bible in Genesis and in Acts says, God has made of one blood all nations of men to dwell on all the face of the earth. But you didn't know what that one blood was. See? Who is the original man and woman from which all other races came into existence? This ain't racism. This is fact. You know, there was a white anthropologist. His name was Dr. Leakey. And he wanted to find the origin of humanity. He passed by Europe, but he landed in Africa. And he found the bones of a black man that he called Zinjanthropus. Zinj meaning black, Anthropus meaning man. He was 750,000 years old and he had a daddy. So they kept going back and then they found bones that would be in the millions and millions of years. And right to this day, they have not found the origin of the black man. There's no stone that can show you he came from here. No part of the earth that he came from here. When you find God, that is the place of origin of the original man. From one blood. So black is not a color. Black is the essence from which color comes. You want to try it out? Get two white people, put them in a room, and tell them make a baby. See what color the baby. Maybe one will come out a little darker than the other, but they're all white. They ain't coming out looking like you. That's the point. They cannot produce yellow. They cannot produce brown. And they sure cannot produce red or black. Now that's not hate. Now why must I say that? Because black people, all our lives, our colonial and slave masters have taught us that they found us in Africa swinging from trees, and we ought to be happy that they brought us to America or to the Caribbean and civilized us. And some of you are dumb enough to believe that Africa gave civilization to the entire world, and the white man is the recipient of African knowledge. Give me a few more minutes. Once we can destroy the color scene. See, race has a beginning. I have never seen a race that was without end. So when you have a race, it has a beginning. When you have a race, it has an ending. The original people began from the originator. So white people, you know, they want to celebrate Columbus and all of that. But we have to get away from the mentality that they were first. And if they are not first, the question should be in our minds, how did they become the masters of all of the people of the earth? I think that's a legitimate question. Have you ever heard this axiom? Two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. If a new people are coming on our planet to rule, we would have to go to sleep in order for them to rule, because they cannot rule an awakened black man or woman. And that is, listen to me good, and that is why they keep you ignorant, man or woman. And that is, listen to me good, and that is why they keep you ignorant, so that nobody can come to wake you up, because when you wake up, the end of their rule has come. So anybody that can wake you up is a dangerous person to white supremacy. Now, Brother Commission spoke to us about going to Durban, talking about crimes against humanity. And we have wondered, why why would America walk out when it's so evident that the slave trade was a crime against humanity? Not only did America walk out, England walked out, Europeans walked out. We're not talking about no reparation. Did you know that when Toussaint Louverture, Dessalines, Christophe won freedom by defeating the army of Napoleon and became the first black republic on the earth? Did you know that because we became free, not by begging but by fighting, now we had to become a nation to deal with other nations with trade and commerce, etc. But France, backed by America, France accused Haiti and made Haiti to pay reparations. Are you listening to me? What are you paying France for? France said, you took my property. Listen good now. Blacks were considered the property of the slave master. That is where their law of jurisprudence gets its root. It's about ownership of property and putting laws in place to protect the ownership of your property. So since Toussaint took away from them their prized property, and the property was no longer cutting cane and raising cotton and whatnot for France, France made Haiti pay, backed by America, reparations. You all know that, right? What was the fee? It was about $150 million in gold, which is about $21 billion in today's money. They ruined the Haitian economy, and they would not let Haiti as a nation rise. Now, some of you in the Caribbean, you don't want Haitians in your country. Where did that come from? Did you hear the sister who teaches and trains the women? She's from Haiti. We couldn't have had a better teacher of the women than my Haitian sister. And she finds among us, we're not looking at the fact that she was born in Haiti. We're looking at the brilliance of her mind to lift us from where we were to where we are. We all owe a debt of gratitude to Haiti. Now, listen. Bring that map back. Don't take it away. I ain't through pointing yet. Just a class. Now, I'm almost where I want to go. Now, when Christopher Columbus got misdirected and found his way to this island called, at that time he named it Hispaniola. That island now is divided. On one side it's French, and the other side it's Spanish. And they're not getting along well. You hear me? The Haitian side is the black side. The Dominican side is the brown side with some black in there because we're the root of you too. Now, if these two could solve their problems, between the two, they are the most populous island in the whole of the Caribbean. The two of them united. The wealth of both would become the wealth of all. The resources under their feet would belong to all. And the development of all of that would be beneficial to all. But the enemy keeps us divided, and he wins and we lose. Honduras and Belize. Is there a problem there? Is it a problem? Guatemala. And who? Belize. Hasn't been solved yet, has it? And all of you are Christians. How could you be a Christian and have a problem with your brother or sister Christian and the Spirit of Christ not be present to help you solve your problem? Something is wrong with that picture. You ready for this next step? When you talk about reparations, you can't leave the Pope out. I have to go there. Say, well, who are you to talk to the Pope? Just listen and you'll see. There was something in the Catholic Church called the Papal Bulls, B-U-L-L-S, authorizing slavery. It's a type of letter, patent, or charter issued by a pope of the Catholic Church. It is named after the lead seal bulla that was appended to the end of a communication in order to authenticate it. The Catholic Church in 1452, Pope Nicholas V issued a papal bull called Dum Diversas that granted Portugal and Spain full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, and subjugate unbelievers and enemies of Christ wherever they may be, and to reduce their persons into perpetual slavery. was taken at the time, and it still is today, as a fulsome endorsement of the enslavement of the Americas. One more. The Roman Pontiff is a papal bull written in 1455 by Nicholas V to King Alfonso of Portugal. As a follow-up to the Dum Diversas, it confirmed to the crown of Portugal dominion over all lands south of Cape Bojador in Africa, along with encouraging the seizure of the lands of Saracen Turks and non-Christians. It repeated the earlier bull's permission for the enslavement of such people. So when we are asking for reparations, we can't leave the church out. Now, it's getting deep. It's getting deep. You can't leave the Pope out. Nor can you leave European powers out. So the insult to us that says we whites are the same, instead of giving us anything, you give a half-hearted apology and then put up some kind of plaque or a sign. Now listen to this. This is why in Durban, South Africa, at the World Conference Against Racism, they could not bring themselves to admit that the transatlantic slave trade was a crime against humanity. Because according to what they believe and what they teach, they never believed that we were in fact human beings on the same level as white people. That's why to get them to admit that the transatlantic slave trade was a crime against humanity, they walked out, because at that time period they never saw us as human beings. Now look, no, we gotta bring them to the bar of justice. Now listen to this. There's a Christian and Jewish view of black people. And this started from a Jewish rabbi. And this is written in the Talmud. That we are the children of Ham. Cursed black by God to be slaves of white people. Jewish rabbis actually altered the prophecies of the Bible, reinterpreting the story of Noah to make it appear that God cursed all black people. And that's why in most countries on earth, they look at black people with disdain. Now, those of you who think I'm anti-Semitic, and you put it in your paper, it's a shame that Farrakhan is coming and he's going to upset our Jewish brethren. You know, I tell you, I just have to excuse you. But there'll come a time when you won't be excused, because you are accusing me without any knowledge of me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on RFM. You know, we just play a portion of the speech given by Louis Farrakhan at the National Arena Sunday, celebrating the 19th anniversary of the Million Man March. Well, you know, so if we start playing the rest side, it now got done at 2 o'clock. And Matrix there, Matrix say, the reason why I'm coming so early is because him know if him there, I'm here to listen. Him now go come. Well, we get a chance to take in what you hear already. Until next week, we play the rest. Serious thing. Whole heap of things the man touch pan. Whole heap of things him touch pan. Believe you me. The message is right. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. So, you know, so we have a little portion left. If anyone want to call, you can call. You know, I don't know what we can say at the time where we left at still, but we'll go and play some John Holt music, yes, until we get a phone call.
Once a man and twice a child. Someone will hurt you the same way you hurt I. Birds of a feather flock together. We should learn to love one another. I said, oh, what a feeling if we all could live together. Oh, what a feeling if we all could love one another in this time. In this time. I said, oh, what a feeling. What a good feeling in this time. In this time. I want to call for emergency. I want to send for one radio station in the whole wide world, hotter the battle, sweeter the victory. I lost the battle, but not the war, you see.
Yeah, the man called John Holt coming through, yes, Cutting Edge, yes.
Greetings, Congo.
Blessed man.
What we definitely to the family of the Virgin John Holt. We'd like to extend condolences, you know, just live for him, keep him alive.
Give thanks, man.
And he's that kind of soul, you know.
Yeah.
Give thanks for echoing part of the messages, you know, that it was good to be there.
Yeah, of course. Good to be there, man.
It was very good to be there. It was very good to be there. You know, I want to be quickly at the Bakar. Thanks for sharing some words from Bakar too.
Abu Bakar.
I hope people listen and see the type of man the man is. You know?
Yeah.
Even by the little utterance that he did, you know, with the kind of transformation the man, you know, willing to take as a black conscious man, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
the non-entry and the turning back in Jamaica, though. What I like for Jamaica, especially militant people in Jamaica, you know, to realize that the fear that exists in the Westminster-style government in Jamaica, you know? Whatever connection the government will have, whether with America or who, you know? And I like to implore, you know, the kind of revolutionary spirits in Jamaica to take the vibes to the level of being revolutionaries here too, because the whole region, and Jamaica included, need revolutionaries, people who will dare to do things like what Bakar did in Trinidad.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't think that this time he took in Trinidad was one of self. We heard him, and we know there's some truth inside of those things, you know.
Yeah, well, he might arrest some man who is known druggists and corruption in the government.
Of course, and those people happen to be government ministers.
Yeah.
But he just did what he had to do. You know, he just did what he had to do, and you know, this thing can happen in Jamaica too. And as I rightly said, a lot of these government ministers need arrested too.
That we say, and we said all the while every day, you know, but
so we are just daring revolutionary spirits in Jamaica to do the same thing when the time come, you know, and do not see Bakar as they see him.
Yes.
We have to embrace.
Yeah, we have to look on the thing and say, why are they saying this thing? And when them say it, we have to find out why them say it. And when we hear why them say it, will we now then say that them right? Because most of the time they're wrong. Anyway, we go and brethren, give thanks.
So this comes to the time.
Yeah,
Bless.
Bless them, man.
Live up, roots, children. Live up, Rasta children. Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life. There'll be no one, no wish to be with no evil man. But there comes the day when we'll be with by the Father's hand. Live up, roots, children. Live up, Rasta children. Live up, roots, children. My head is anointed and my cup runneth over. Ooh, yeah. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life. There'll be no
Cutting edge.
Yeah, Muta, good night.
Blessed man.
What man?
Blessed me there, man.
Well, we just want to send up blessings and love, you know, plenty works, yourself, Kabu, and the Irish family. We're proud of what y'all doing. It is a real pleasure to hear this now. I try to find it Sunday afternoon on the radio somewhere. Maybe never that look hard enough.
You mean the speech?
Yeah, the presentation from Farrakhan.
Okay.
My hope was to be there within a Sunday morning, but the chicken man come my way, you know what I mean?
Okay. Then I should have it with some rice and peas, man. It was a Sunday dinner, that.
No, the chicken that try eat me. Well, so I'm big you up for shall we say, the non-traditional view where you always bring for the longest time. I hear you know, and I said to myself, I hope you know even start doubt the impact you've had in Jamaica for the last 20 years. I left here for about 9. Tried to the quote-unquote promised land. We woke up there too. And last place we walk, when I see you in the flesh was down at Barbados when they become at the faculty.
The university. Oh gosh, man, that the sweet me, man. You know why it sweet me? Because a whole heap of them they used to listen to me in a Jamaica, yeah? When them parents I tell them, say, don't listen to this madman. Yeah. And them see me youth, they know they're in the university and send for me.
Send for you.
Yeah, they see a madman with them parents that tell them not to listen to. The youth them never get mad. They go to university and then them say, boy, I'm Muta, we want to come over there to come deal with the thing, you know. So, yeah, man. So, are you there?
Yeah, man, I did do like a reason, you know, remember?
No, I can't, on TV, me the parrot, so I can't see you.
Well, I don't know your Facebook identity, but I put up, well, everybody do want to take a picture of you. I do an interview with you.
Okay.
Me a colleague broadcaster. Okay. I listen to you from a longer time, so. That's why you recognize it's a really big impact you've had, and even though sometimes it come like you're not being heard. Me, I asked tonight, where in a sense, the messenger I say, differently from what y'all been saying over all these years. Well, a long time you talk about the salt thing. Well, we kind of change up with that.
Well, we are telling people to plan food, and if it's even a rubber tire, we tell them to put the food.
Yeah, come through loud and clear, man. I have a bridge in New York named, the New York Tri-State area named Heretical Powers, and then they still listen to you from across the miles. The internet is a powerful thing. So
of course.
We just send some strength your way, and
yeah, man, give thanks, bridging.
Beyond me get the strong personal message or responsibility where you're saying regarding certainly keeping your areas clean.
Yes.
But me also look on it and I say, we don't clearly say how we government people feel we in this whole business of doing for them part. Because when me and you do our own part, there's a point where we can push the boulder only so far. Them have the heavy front end lift and all
it, of course.
And I'm not sure me see them make the kind of impact and push. We would have given a vibration.
Well, we just continue to do what we are doing. Yeah, brethren?
Yeah, man.
Continue.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
Bless us.
As is. A man called John Holt. 1,000 ton gold.
Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. You're the only one I care enough to hurt about. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just can't live without your loving and the
Yeah. I tell you that tune that's sweet. Yes.
Yes, Muta.
Man, Dingo, you know, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I just want to say first that, you know, condolences to the family and friends and fans of one of our greatest singers ever,
Sir
John Holt.
Yeah, man.
Yes, you know, who left us early Monday morning, the 20th of October in London, you know, 2014. One of our greatest singers ever, John Holt, you know. That man from Maxfield, you know, Nelson Road originally, and so on in St. Andrew. And there's supposed to be a service here held for him, and I let people know about that.
Oh, you don't know when yet? You don't know when yet?
No. But as soon as I let the I know, you know.
Right,
but, you know, condolences once more from the Mandingo. And it's very good. I look forward to hearing you play next week the rest of the Farrakhan speech, because I listened to all of it. In fact, listened and watched.
Yes.
On Sunday, the 19th. And I heard Jan Kabu talking about it before.
Yes. We did have a program live up there. Yes.
Yes, it was very good, and I saw you in the arguments, of course. You know what I mean? You know, the power of technology. And as you said, you know, what Farrakhan has been saying in the speech is things that you and I, Marcus Garvey Jr. and other Africanists have been saying for years upon years. But as you said, you know, you have a lot of people, they more recognize something when somebody from outside of their environment, immediate environment say.
And who them feel is a bigger man than the person who has said it in them country too.
Yes, because you ever know the saying, familiarity breeds contempt. When people see you all the while are used to you, some of them tend to take you for granted. But somebody like a Farrakhan who they're not really going to come in personal contact with or see regularly, you know, they accept more what they are saying. But the message that he gave, which is the messages that all of us as Africans, conscious Africans have been given, was very, very good. Very, very good. And I know it shaped up those racists and the stooges who are following them from what he had to say, because it really shook them up, you know, the emancipation from mental slavery, because what he did there on Sunday was just the latest delivery to free up the minds of our people, as Marcus Garvey said that we should do, you know. Great thing by Farrakhan, you know, every time. And of course we have to remember Malcolm X, who was the one who brought him into the Nation of Islam. And Farrakhan and who also brought in Muhammad Ali into the Nation of Islam. And of course Malcolm X is the man who popularized the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad, the founder, yes, but it's Malcolm X. Yeah. And we remember Muta so much when we were going to Kingston Technical that when we read in the autobiography of Malcolm X,
it was banned.
The ULA regime, it was made it. We could be locked up. I did take a Black Power book. I
did take off the cover of my one and put one little novel. You know them little something like a little Mills and Boone novel.
Mills and Boone novel, yes.
Yeah, I take off the cover and put on one of them cover there because. Hey, you know, say I don't know if you know this still, you know, but Ben Moody and Jingles and all them, them they have a little organization, you know, and I think I do in the Park or Patrick City. One of them two places there where them go raid, police raid it.
Julian Jingles and things. Yeah,
police raid it, forget the book them, you know. And my mother hear it over the radio, you know. Say police are raid this place about book, you know, and she take the book them and carry down at James Street gully, go dump them, you know, Rasta. Cause she free the police, cause ban book, all of them are ban book.
Yes. So we sure that the raid. She take up your books them.
Yes, but show them where, because she said, you know, when police come my yard, come lick down the yard with all them book there, you know. I see your thing, so.
You live by text lane,
Yeah, don't have text lane. That is how dangerous it was, you know. That is how terrible it was.
Yes, no, definitely, you know, because I remember I got that book, I think it's either from Claude Bourne, from Mountain View, or it was Bert. One of the two of them who gave me the copy to read. Yes, of Malcolm X. So I have to remember, and you have Harold Smith from Franklin Town.
Well, the first time I hear Malcolm X's voice was luckily come off his, I got so long in him have this album named Message to the Grassroots by Malcolm X.
Hold on. Muta. Muta first. Yeah. Because Laxi had carried the album from England.
Yes.
And he made us listen to Message to the Grassroots.
Right now I'm office so long I listen to it.
Yes, as we come in through the entrances of his to the left here, you remember?
Oh, you mean man, remember? Yeah. I can't forget that, but
yes, man. The look thing. And it was Laxley Comrito who also made me read his copy of C.L.R. James' book, The Black Jacobin.
The Black Jacobin, yes.
Yes, man. And he also made me listen to this album too, you know. When Stuart Carmichael, later on Kwame Ture, came to England in about 67, The Dialectics of Liberation, he had that album too. And he made me listen to it in that same place and so on. And of course we have to remember in 68 too, when Marcus Garvey Jr. and others, including myself and so, you remember the political party, the African Nationalist Union, where we used to have meetings on Sundays at Wildman Street.
Success. Club.
No, not Success.
Sorry.
Mutual Cooperative Hall. Opposite Success Club.
Yeah.
In front, Mutual Cooperative Hall.
Over there, that side of the road.
In front of Success. Every Sunday. Yes. And we had our paper, The Black Man, where I wrote my first political article, and you got your first poem published in
there, yeah, man.
You know, and you see, when Farrakhan talk about the food thing, this was something that Marcus Garvey Jr., who taught me physics there, as you know, at Kingston Technical, our teacher and thing, said some in the 60s that we must produce and feed ourselves, because if we don't feed ourselves, then we will always be controlled by those who will depend on to feed us.
Then if your enemy feed you, if not going to poison one at a time, man, and that's how it goes, It's a logical thing. If your enemy feed you, going to poison you. Anyway, we have to move, Bridget. Give thanks, yeah?
Yes. So I look forward for next week again. And any news with the John Holt service, anything, I'll let you know. So
definitely.
Keep on keeping on, and hail up to Kabu and Jai Morgan and all of the Africans, them in Jamaica and elsewhere, who doing the good work.
From Monday, October 20 to Friday, October 24, we'll be sailing the high seas from Miami down to Jamaica. Welcome to Jamrock Cruise. And it's all live and recorded on IRA FM from the ship, the Norwegian Pearl. Join me, Ron Mouchette, on the Wake Up Call. We sail off from Miami on Monday, October 20th. Dock in Montego Bay, Jamaica on Wednesday, October 22. Then sail up to Ocho Rios on Thursday, October 23. We'll be sailing in with thousands of guests, plus the best of the best. Damian Marley, Stephen Marley, Julian Marley, Joe Mercer, Black Amai, Christopher Ellis, Itana, Sham, Bounty Killer, Jack Hero, Busy, Shaggy, Sean Paul, David Rodigan, Mighty Crown, Stone Love, and more. Courtesy of Lime. Value every moment, and the Lime Champions Cup.
Knutsford Express, covering the north and south coast. Leave the driving to us.
Total Tools, sales, repairs, and rentals. Ocho Rios, Port Antonio, and Kingston. Total Tools, Kaput, Better Wheels Parts Depot, Galena, St. Mary, Port Antonio, Portland. Cokehead sale held over till October 26th. All week, win Reggae Euphoria albums from Mr. Vegas on the Wake Up Call. Welcome to Jam Rock Cruise with me, Ron Mouchette, from the Norwegian Pearl on Area FM, number one.
Some boy not know this. I'm only come around like tourists and the...
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on RFM. You know, say a little more regular there from 2 to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. Yes. Yes, Cutting Edge.
Yeah, man, Kev.
Yes,
good night, my man. I don't come out.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man, boy, stealing up our camp. You know? When love comes up on you like a thief in the night.
What you talking about? We don't play them at tune already.
Yeah, man, I just say, you know, rest in peace, Dan Holt, and condolences to him family. No, I just say a big tune them there, you know.
Okay.
They hear them Dan Holt, they get one like a Sunday evening vibe, just a come over like a relax here. So what we play them tune every day still, really.
And them tune they will play, you know? Don't West Street, that way you not come yet.
No, just come, man, in time. Why the speech, Motor, the Farrakhan speech, man, very serious.
Yes.
Me I listen and me I laugh, but you know I me I laugh still, because them thing I think what you say every week, you know, every week on the board program them. So me just really listen and I laugh.
Yeah,
I see a message, but I really just come from a different messenger.
Different word.
You know?
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
Yeah, man, me have an American virgin who I described to me when him go a Million March, and him a tell me say the day the man is like a best day in his life when him go the first one.
19 years ago, yeah.
Him a say, how peaceful it is. And him say, you see, where do you keep again?
Washington.
Him say, I say all them state there, the state, them neighboring state, the murder them, no murder. Like, if you have much murder, must 2 or 3 murder, I'm saying, at the whole period of time when the Million Man March are going. They know the movement, they're powerful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man,
and the sisters, them,
It was a wonderful thing, man.
Yeah, man, and the sisters, them, they make sure the place no lit up to show you how they move, organized. You know, they must say them must take up things, and because they know when them finish them meeting now, them say, look how them lit at the place. So sometimes we have the movement and, you know, organized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even certain say, the police, them, they are trying to intimidate the sister, them, and walk close behind them with gun. As even some man want to move to them and mash up the whole thing, and some elders have, they say, boy, hold it down. So if you see, them will use them tactics to even undermine the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, man. Anyway, give thanks.
So we tune man, you know, so we tune in our we don't miss tickets for you.
Your sister did it though. Your sister did it. She come check, come on.
Yeah, she tell me, man, wonderful, you know?
Yeah, man, give thanks, Bridget, yeah?
Yeah, man, big up brother, bro, man. I see my car, but I'm who's that Cutting Edge are going now.
Alright,
to try and please me. You never let me down before, no. And don't imagine you're too familiar.
Yes, Cutting Edge.
Yes, this is Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man. Good program.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
I just want to highlight something here, you know? Jamaica shouldn't be a country where really look running behind with this disease thing, you know? Because from way back in the 60s, it was a Jamaican scientist who let the world know that there's the Aedes aegypti called dengue fever, you know? And
Yeah, man. It's been very concerned to some of the world knows is rock cars get touched by aortic. And there's there's Louis Grant. You know?
Yeah.
In fact, the arbor, like the study of the disease, they make a smart thing about disease, you know? So, and the tradition that started in Jamaica so long, where that doesn't reach such a height of excellence with it, and never even just do it and liberate himself. It actually start a unit, you know. They actually follow up on anything there, you know. As Jamaicans, I never hear that the name mentioned one time in a whole thing. So a man bring to the world the knowledge that is dengue fever, cause let's take viruses. You know, so a man bring to the world the knowledge that is rat cause let's take viruses. You know, one time they had a disease in a Portland. When people in encephalitis, you have to laugh all of the corn, donkey and hurt in the hole, donkey and heart and everything there. And then they can come with a plan to save them using currency.
What's his name? Lou Grant, what's his name?
Louis Grant, Professor Louis Grant.
Louis Grant. All right, we have to go look him up. Louis Grant.
No, look him up, man, to know about him, you know.
All right, brethren, give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Any better? I love you just the way you are. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. No. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. I know I'll be lonely, I know I'll be blue, yet I'd rather to be lonely than to have a love that's untrue. Most people learn by mistake, so they say, but I don't want to learn that way, cause it's the hard way. Call me anything you want.
Yes, cutting edge. Yes, sir.
Blessed lover.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man, I give thanks to the beautiful speech Louis Farrakhan, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and John Holt is a beautiful inspiration to I. That man from our youth, I just love him tune them, you know? Yeah, but the most important thing with the speech is, more than even the food of the plant, it's like, I said, the man I said, the repatriation thing now go work for me, and I see that too, you know.
The repatriation, they never mention about repatriation, man.
Yeah, man, reparation, I should say.
Yeah, what you say him say about reparation?
We shouldn't even think we go try to get no money, because we now go get no money from them people.
No, you see, you never listen to him I say properly, no?
Yeah.
You never listen to him I say properly?
Yeah.
See, so what you really have to do now, you have to go now figure out how you get back the tape or go up on YouTube anyway there and listen back it.
We have the recordings, guys.
Yeah, well, you have to go listen back where I say. Before you say him say, we now get no reparation. Hold on there. Him never say we now get no reparation. Him say we must go beg the queen nothing.
Yeah, that may I say, because we don't even...
But him never say we now get no reparation.
There are England and the whole of different people that connect to RFM program where they must say, I did done to say we now get it.
Now get what?
The money where them say much $1 billion there's people that get what them say.
But you know, but when I said him never say we now get it, him say we must go to the queen, go beg nothing.
Yeah, true.
And that man, you never hear talk about the Pope a while ago.
Yeah,
you never hear him say we shouldn't leave out the Pope, and next week you will hear where him say about the Pope.
Just a moment. I want to say the virgin first. Man speech they play where must come at Jamaica and turn him back.
Abu Bakar.
Yes, Abu Bakar, blessed, beloved person.
Yeah, Abu Bakar.
That man, you see that man? that man there, he put in a lot of good insights to, you know, to a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I look on the $4 million now, could I buy a Ebola scanner and put at the next airport, meaning that the man will have $4.5 million to buy the first one.
Well, them will get the money to buy the scanner, them, man. America will give them that.
And I happy for Nigeria, you know, them kind of, you know, Sierra Leone and Guinea and them place there.
Well, watch out. Next year, them tire, you know more about no.
You know, man, because they're going to have like some test, some laboratory.
Test them and test out the thing. You remember the AIDS thing did come up same way too, you know.
I know, because they have been on the animal them.
Yeah, you remember the dengue thing did come up to in Jamaica. I don't know if you remember the dengue.
I catch leptospirosis already. And to me, I watch the TV with some Ebola victim. Them vomit, and you see the same feeling and things that them organ locked down. And them things, they may suffer now leptospirosis.
Yeah, well, you know, them say 25 people did have it in Nigeria and 8 dead. So the majority of them did live. So that's something them did do. Why them live? So we have to go find out where them Nigeria did do why them live.
Austin and BBC, and I listen to them last night, even first night, I play a program where from December, the first victim is a baby. So I say, the baby first he contract Ebola. That don't look normal. That like it's a vaccine injection of the baby. And then the World Health Organization now make it get out of hand. See, like, it's a market disease.
No, but it's not the first Ebola come up in Africa, you know. Remember I said in the 90s it did terrible down there too, you know.
As a test run, cause when you pay the eugenics thing, would I love you pay back that theater with the money them get from Germany, bring to America with the CIA people them, and I bring the whole heap of vaccine and disease and fuck them, and they now start test on the HIV thing and the different animal virus and put in a different animal test them, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Papa, give thanks for the works, you know?
Yeah, man, give thanks, Bridget. They are continue.
No plug, you know? Taboo.
Or continue. Yes. Yes, stick by me and I stick by you. Yes, cutting edge.
Muta.
Cutting edge.
Yes, Muta.
Cutting edge.
Yes, cutting edge.
No, ask me that again. You know. I'm telling you, cutting edge. Go on.
Yeah, man. Blessing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. The Farrakhan speech, you know. Yeah, man. The man unique, and you know, I hope a lot of black people open them eyes and see what really go through already and what can happen again and to make them think really, because this a war, it's not a one-man thing or a two-man thing. Everybody has a boy. So like the Muta, I don't like the Farrakhan, I don't really matter. But I like to know where we are doing, where we are saying, how can so, you know?
So what you are saying? Tell me what you are saying.
I'm on, you know, I'm on, I said the same, you know, my youth. I just, because of this opportunity and certain things, you know, your voice cannot be heard, and because I'm not really in a high society and all these things, you know.
Okay.
Might that sound foolish, but that's true.
When you say that in a high society, how that relate to where I'm going?
Well, I don't recognize, you know.
Okay.
I'm not the artist and I don't write no book and all these things, because I'm not so bright.
Oh, you're not so bright.
But I buy a book from the eye one time, you know.
So why you carry down yourself? Why you carry down yourself? So I say you're not so bright. Why you?
The truth. I'm not really but the truth. I know the truth.
Then no, what do you mean you're not so bright? When somebody not so bright, what that mean?
Well, not educated.
You have bully people educated in other sense, you know.
know that, the educated don't.
Sometimes you have intelligence and education. Sometimes it's better you have intelligence than education.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I know I have no intelligence. That's true.
Then if you're not bright, then man, if you have intelligence, then you can't discern things. You're bright, man.
That's true. Yes, sir.
We can't keep
one time, I buy one book from the Iowa Pole, and you know, I'm like me also, night time I'm born on me out and born up all, I'm a good book then. Yeah, man, I buy one book from the New World, and I don't think I tell you.
So you build back the house?
Yeah, man, I'm like me also, I'm burning.
No, you build back the house?
No, it was a 2-story house, wood up at top and concrete at bottom. So I picked up downstairs.
So you fix up back the house there? You fix it up back?
Build back the upstairs, because the money for it.
Then you have to go buy back the book them too, man.
Well, yeah, I buy back some book little by little, but I still want the New World Order, I see it again. Yeah. Just more for the idea, I still sell books.
No, you have a brother named Kirky who sell the book them, you know.
Kirky?
Iration, yes. I need
like him go a sister piece, something and all.
Yeah, everything where you see him there, everywhere him go.
Okay.
It is a mobile bookstore.
Yeah.
So you can look out for your next store still. Watch it. Anyway, we have a more.
So what I said, I will play the next piece. I'm
next week, yeah. It's too long for play, you know.
Man, you must say the day the day when it go and meet at the kick V virus, I know it no let me go good.
I heard there's a whole heap of people have it on a Sunday. It's like everybody have it this Saturday night. That them not get to come the Sunday.
True, man.
Yeah.
True. I know it no let me go good, man. Sleep and wake up and
if
I have some pain in my ear, so but you know so bad like that.
That's right, man.
I follow them and them aspirin and them this and that, you know. I man use some herbal thing and
like what kind of herbal thing I use?
Well, I have the Guinean weed, and I use garlic, and I use the one where them, where them called again, the moringa and merengue. Yeah, man, eat all the merengue, the leaf of them just like that, you know.
I eat a workout for you now. You say I eat a workout for you now.
Yeah, you know, say the virus, unless I, in a way,
but you know something, every time I listen to somebody, they tell you about something different when they mix up. It come like say if you mix up all actually if it get you right.
You think that not special, not just you.
And that's what I say, it's like a mind thing because everybody has tell me about when they mix up, it get you right. Everybody has tell me say, maybe we should just go to a road and get some banana leaf and mix it up and come here, some banana leaf, the dry banana leaf, good for high blood pressure too, you know. No, but if everybody call me, when we ask a man, where you take for your chickpea? Him tell you, everybody tell you a different bush. Some of say, all right, some of us they go get some banana leaf and mix that up or some come here, man at the television and say, well, if take out every bush on our yard, all the flowers there, him take make tea. You know, say, God, anyway.
That's true, man. It's when you're desperate, man. That's true, man.
Desperation kill you too, you know. Watch it. Hear Richard, my God, yes. So you where I said, oh. Brian, man. Brian, make me have to get up from here, so the whole night, like tonight, you know. Brian. Me have to calculate how much money Brian want me tonight, you know, brethren. Tired Rasta. You better go tell the people upstairs that. Don't tell me. You think it's me a pay you. Hey. Why? Beatrix in the house, man. Beatrix, brand new Apple computer. Oh, me I tell you, man. The man get ambition. You know, the man come with a brand new Apple. Yes. Look, the man. And him have the next one. Now fix the next one too, you know. Big things are going on for him, you know. You can't stop him again, you know. Yes, man, we give thanks. Eh? No, oh, you mean, man, we like we see progress in life, man. After everything broke the other day and you come with a little jump drive, do every time. Like that brother the road and so. He love the jump drive, take a good thing still. It tap you from carry the whole heap of luggage. Because I remember when we used to go, when we have play out, you know. The amount of the CD case when we have for play, the whole heap of CD case we work, and the little trunk them where we used to buy them. Yeah, oh no, me never talk about record, you know. Me never talk about record, believe you me. I the whole heap of beer crate them and beer crate them and I tell you man, when you look for record, but you're dizzy. You're dizzy. But science and technology, we're glad for it. In many ways, many ways. Some people denounce it, but me not denounce it, Rasta. Believe you me. Me not denouncing it. Alibaba.
Dream last night was about Alibaba with the 40 thieves. My dream last night was about Alibaba with the 40 thieves. Tom, the bad person, he was there with me. I rode through a valley with a princess by my side. The Duke and the Duchess was there to meet me with a smile. Alice was there in Wonderland, staring far away. The three blind mice was there with me to tell the teddy bear the tale. The teddy bear came smiling there with a big smile. The little bo peep has lost her sheep last night. Dream last night about Alibaba with the 40 thieves. Tom, the bad person, he was there with me. I rode through the valley with the princess by my side. The Duke and the Duchess did the reggae last night.
So thank me hungry, yes, for providing us with our supper, and to call it supper, yes. We want to give thanks to Copeland. Yes, Copeland, give thanks, Bridget. Okay, so so really a little more from this. Continue the journey. So we are going on a boat tomorrow too. You go on the boat? At 8 o'clock it will land down here, so you afraid of sea? How are this man, you live in an island and afraid of sea? You afraid of sea, Bridget? You can't swim? What do you mean we're out there on the sea? Them find some shark down at Treasure Beach. It's Bridget that take pictures, take shark down at Treasure Beach. But say, me there at Treasure Beach and me I got a place named Pelican. Pelican bar out on the water, the bar there, like a little. Take boat, go out there. Yeah, you have to take boat, go out there. And you go into the water and climb up on it. A little broke down thing, but it's really unique. So we take the boat and go out there, we look and see some dolphin and follow the boat, Enough dolphin, Remember, Bridget just dive in the water and go play with them, Yeah, man. But we are doing so much weird. All the dolphin them just follow the boat, son. We just slow down the boat, man. You say them friendly species. But you know, they told me, I say, me and my brethren dive in the water, go play with the dolphin them. Me not gonna try that. You're not gonna do that. But well. Oh, you mean look up at one them? No, they are a whole heap of dolphin, man. They just circle the boat and go on and eat the boat and go around the boat and jump. I say, man, I play with dolphin all the while in a movie, I know it's a real thing. We don't go to rooms. Flipper. Yeah, we just go look for my flipper. Inside it somewhere. Yeah, man. It is sweet, man. It's a joyful thing, but it's a nice thing still, If you have them around you and, them really, yeah, man, it's nice, man. It's nice. I mean, if you're fearful, though, you will enjoy it. But we never have no fear that we do it. Because we know it's a dolphin them there. The skin of the dolphins. Yeah. Nice. Oh, gosh, man. So, anyway. I got people. I will say a little more with there. You see that tune here? Where we go with? I want a John Holt tune where anytime you hear it at a party, everybody get up and dance. It's a cover version of a Bridget name. Ronnie Dyson make this tune here. Listen to it. Covered by the great Sir John Holt.
never been found, and I'm hurt, but you're still the same. You're like a frozen flame. Well, it's so seem a shame when you let me make love to you, but you won't let me touch you. When I leave you, I'm going someplace better I've never been before. When I leave you, I'm going someplace better I've never been before.
Zikel, you love me.
Baby.
Zikel, you done married me again.
Baby.
Zikel, the lamp turn over.
Baby.
Zikel, the house abandoned.
Baby.
But Jesus, who turn off your radio?